Have you ever heard of Usain Bolt? Not that one. That one. Usain Bolt is an Olympic track and field runner who has set the world record. Right now, he is the fastest man in the world. In the Berlin 2009 World Championship, he made the world record 9.5 seconds for a 100-meter race. Can you just imagine how fast that is? If not, let me show you. I want you to take a moment and let that all sink in. Believe me, I watched that video like 1,000 times. But I want you to now think about yourself. What do I participate in that relates to unit rates? This is the question I want you to ask yourself. Usain Bolt runs as a career. In his life relates to unit rates in meters per second because he ran the 100-meter race in seconds on the clock. For you, you may run as well, but you may use miles per minute when you're at school, or how many words do you type per minute? You may be a typist. Do you enjoy being on the computer? These are all things that will allow you to relate to unit rates. And this is exactly what our lesson is going to be on today. Unit rates. So in this lesson, I want you to gain an understanding of unit rates. Learn how to calculate speed using the rate formula. We're going to use speed in this particular lesson, but I'm also going to show you how unit rates are represented in other ways that you see on a day-to-day basis everywhere else in the world. I also want you to learn and apply math to the real world. So this is why I chose to use Usain Bolt as an example. He's in the real world. He's in our world. So the unit rate formula for speed is speed equals distance divided by time. The example I'm going to use Usain Bolt's 2009 world record for a 100-meter run. The video that I showed you showed him running that distance in 9.58 seconds. Now, if we were to apply that information and we wanted to calculate his actual speed, his meters per second, so how many meters is he running in 1 second? This is what we're going to do. We have our original formula here, distance over time, speed equals distance divided by time. I'm going to plug in our 100 meters for distance and 9.58 seconds for time. Now, if you punch this in the calculator, 100 divided by 9.58, you'll get a pretty lengthy number. I've even shortened it a little bit because I didn't want to write all those. But we're going to round that number to the nearest hundredth. So we get 10.44 hundredths. So he's running 10.44 meters per second. So every second, just imagine, close your eyes and just imagine running 10.44 meters in 1 second. That's crazy. I've done a little research and I want us to use one of Usain Bolt's other 100-meter run times to calculate his speed during that time. So this is going to be your practice problem. 2012, Usain Bolt wins Olympic gold at London. In the 100-meter race, I've let you know we're using the same distance. Usain finished in 9.63 seconds. Now, you may pause the video here and go ahead and calculate his speed, Usain Bolt's speed, for the 2012 Olympics for the 100-meter race. This is what you should have gotten. So I'm going to show you the steps, the same steps that I took. These are the steps that I like to take with any problem that I use. We have the original formula. We have the distance of 100 meters here. This time, instead of 9.58, we have 9.63 for the 2012 race. So I've input 9.63 seconds. If you punch that into your calculator or do it on your paper and write it all out, you'll get 10.3842 and a couple other digits. Again, round it to the nearest hundredth, and you get 10.38 meters per second. Okay, so in this particular race in 2012, he actually ran a bit slower than he did in the 2009 race, where he made the world record 9.58 for the 100-meter race. So Usain Bolt in racing in the Olympics is not the only place that you will see unit rates. You will see it in the grocery store. You may buy apples for $1.29 per pound. Okay, so that's money per weight, or price per weight. Okay, gas, it's $2.89 per gallon. So again, you have price per gallon instead of a speed of a distance per seconds or a distance per minute. Have a speed limit sign. That'll be 65 miles per hour. Okay. And then even when you go to the doctor and they're checking your heart rate, how many beats per minute. Okay. So think about that. Start paying a little bit of attention to what you're seeing in the world and how it relates to math. And you will be surprised.